So this week we're going to talk about the practice of being present with God, of being aware that God is near us, that God is with us. And this is just a way for us to kind of step into the space of allowing God to transform us. It's hard to be in relationship with somebody who's very far away. We've known this now in the pandemic, 6 feet is good and stuff. And sometimes we could think of God kind of really far away, or at least I grew up thinking that God was way off in the galaxy somewhere up in the clouds. But to create practices of letting the truth of God's nearness and presence be with us, I think is a good first intro into starting to practice the disciplines. Is there any way maybe that you've worked in this? You've tried to?
Yeah, I think that we could probably list off, right, so many different ways that we can engage with this practice. But I think on like a personal level, the reality of God's nearness has been one of the most profound things that I've experienced in the past year, really. And I think part of it has been in the pandemic and in being in my house in the same place every day. It feels like I have more opportunities to notice God in the mundane. And I think oftentimes I lose sight of that. And I think that he will always show up in big and grand ways, but sometimes it is in the simplicity of me making my morning coffee, or even as I make my bed in the morning, being reminded that God makes me new. Even as I'm like ironing out my bed, I don't iron my bed, but as I'm making my bed in the morning, I think that just God's actual presence with me through the mundane has been something that I've been able to be more aware of in the past few months. What about you?
Yeah, I think one way I kind of have used it in the past is just through breath prayers. Yeah, the breathing, the thing that we do all the time. And just, it's a reminder for me to kind of step back into those scripture passages of how near God is as the breath that we breathe. And so in that, just putting a little reminder in my pocket or something to remind myself of God's presence. And when I do, just saying a little simple prayer as I breathe in, God with me, and just allowing that to kind of help me be centered back into the reality that God is with me, that I'm not alone in all of this, that God is near and cares about me. So that's been something really helpful for me.
Yeah, I love that. Like, our little literal breath is the thing that can center us. It's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. It's beautiful to remind ourselves that in the ordinariness and the things all around us, God is with us in that, and has not orphaned us, not abandoned us. So jump out there this week, try out some way that you can to practice the presence of God with you